is designed for Cambridge IGCSE and O-level curriculum, subject environmental management, a unit 3, agriculture and the environment. Learning objective is to infer soil as a medium of plant growth. And learning outcome, the learners by the end of the lesson will be able to analyze how the pH of the soil, organic matter, and the mineral ions determine the plant growth. In the previous video, we learned about, how good the soil for agriculture and for growing the crops. If it has the similar proportion of sand, silt, and clay particles. So the organic content of the soil comes from dead remains of plants and animals, animal dung, and the waste products from the microorganisms. Now, let's have a look at the factors that required for the growth of plants. Number one, sufficient sunlight to grow, supply of water, and number three, humidity and water in the air can help or encourage the plant growth. Number four, temperature plays an important role in the plant growth. And number five, the availability of important mineral nutrients to support the plant growth. And number six, the properties of the soil. And number seven, the use of fertilizers and manures. Now we can see the importance of mineral ions for the growth of plants. Nitrogen. Nitrogen is obtained from nitrate ions. They are needed to make ammonia acids, without which the plants suffer from stunted growth. Ammonia acids are the building blocks of protein. Phosphorus. Phosphorus is obtained from phosphate ions. They are used for respiration and growth. Otherwise, plants suffer from poor root growth and discolored leaves. Potassium. The potassium is obtained from the phosphate ions. Their use is in respiration and photosynthesis. The next one is the air. The air is important in the soil space because it contains oxygen for respiration of plant roots and microorganisms. The last one is the water. Water is important. Plants need to receive adequate water for photosynthesis and to take up mineral ions in solution. Generally, nitrates, phosphates, and potassium can be added to soil by using artificial fertilizers, but they do not improve the crumb structure of the soil. It is always better to add organic matter. Now we will learn why is soil pH important. The pH level of the soil is important for farming. The pH of the soil should be between 5.5 and 8 for the ideal farming. Below 5.5 is acid soil, restrict root access to water and nutrients. Above 8, alkaline soil become too salty for most plants to grow well. However, acid soil can be neutralized by adding lime, and alkaline soils can be made better by adding the organic matter. Now we can see what is soil organic content And what are the functions of organic matter? The organic content of the soil is a combination of living organisms and their dead remains. It is obtained from dead plant, roots, and various organic manures like farmyard manure, compost, and green manure, insects, etc. The functions of the organic matter. Number one, decaying organic matter acts as a food material for bacteria, fungi, and other organisms. Number two, the presence of organic matter dissolves many insoluble soil minerals and make them available to plants. Number three, it increases the water holding capacity of the soil, particularly in sandy soil. And number four, it improves aeration and infiltration in heavy soil. Number five, it reduces loss of soil by water and wind erosion. And number six, it regulates soil temperature. This table shows the common signs of nutrient deficiency in the plants. I'm going to answer some of the questions which is given in the slide. The first one, what is the best soil for farming? Why? The best soil for the farming is loamy soil. Loamy soil is, it has large pores where the, supply of air is sufficient, and they have small pores where the supply of water is also possible. So the loamy soil retain moist and allows water to drain through it during the times of high rainfall, and it has enough clay for holding the nutrients, and it is easy to work. Second question, why sandy soil is described as a hunger soil by the farmers? It is described as the hunger soil by the farmers because they need frequent feeding with fertilizers to get good output. And number three, why do soils become too saline for agriculture use? Answer, all irrigation water contains dissolved salts. However, evaporation of water from dry surface the soil leaves salt behind, and this is most common in semi-arid areas. The last question, crops need water from the soil to grow. State two other substances needed for the growth that crops obtain from the soil. Answer, a mineral matter, that is a nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. An organic matter, that the dead remains of plants and animals. And the third one is oxygen, and the fourth one is nutrients. I have added few higher order questions to answer. Try your level best to answer those questions. In the next lesson, we will be learning the types of agriculture.